Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready to dive into something that might just totally reshape your financial future.
Yeah, always exciting stuff, right?
Today, we're going to be exploring visualizing wealth. And get this, it's not just some mystical mumbo jumbo.
Right.
We're basing this whole deep dive on visualizing wealth, techniques for financial abundance.
Yeah.
And it explores the actual science behind it.
It's really fascinating.
Yeah, and how it can impact your life.
I think a lot of people are surprised by the science behind it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So how does this whole visualization thing work? In our brains.
Okay, so think about it this way.
Okay.
Our brains can actually be trained to work towards what we consistently visualize.
So it's not just daydreaming.
It's a little more than that.
Okay.
You're essentially laying down these neural pathways.
Oh, wow.
Almost like carving a path, through a forest.
I like that, yeah.
The more you walk that path,
Yeah.
the more defined it becomes.
Makes sense.
Making it easier and easier to follow.
So that's how our brain works. But how does that actually translate to money?
Okay.
Is it really as simple as just picturing stacks of cash?
It's a bit more nuanced than that.
Okay.
The real power lies in how our subconscious mind works.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily distinguish between what's real and what we vividly imagine.
Oh.
So if you're constantly, visualizing yourself living this wealthy life,
Okay.
your subconscious starts treating that as a goal.
Oh, wow.
Even when you're not consciously focused on it.
So it's almost like planting that seed in your mind and then nurturing it with these visualizations.
Exactly.
I love that. But what about those of us who struggle with negative thoughts about money?
Total.
Can we really just think our way to wealth?
That's where these techniques come in.
Okay.
They're not about erasing your past or anything or
Right.
pretending everything's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They're about consciously shifting your mindset
Okay.
and training your brain
Yeah.
to focus on abundance.
I like that.
So one of the first things the source emphasizes
Right.
is getting crystal clear about what wealth actually means to you.
To you, exactly.
Because being rich means so many different things to everyone.
Right.
It's not always about the dollar amount.
No, it's not.
It's about the lifestyle, the experiences,
The freedom.
Yeah, the freedom that it can bring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the source has these really insightful questions to get you thinking.
Okay, like what?
How much money do I want to earn?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of lifestyle do I desire?
Love that.
What does financial freedom actually look and feel like to me?
Those are great questions because
Yeah.
it makes you really define it for yourself. So I love that it's about getting really specific with your vision, but let's get practical.
What are some of the techniques that can actually help us tap into this whole power of visualization?
So one technique that might seem a little old school,
Okay.
but is surprisingly effective is the vision board.
Okay. I've heard about these, yeah.
Yeah. So think of it as a visual representation of your financial dreams.
Okay.
So you gather images, quotes, anything that resonates with your definition of wealth.
So not just randomly slapping pictures of mansions and sports cars.
Not just randomly. Yeah.
But things that speak to your soul.
It has to be personal.
Align with your values.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's a little pro tip.
Okay.
Don't just tuck it away in a drawer. You got to put it somewhere. You'll see it every day.
Right.
A constant visual reminder of what you're working toward.
Love that. Okay, speaking of reminders.
Yeah.
What about affirmations?
Uh-huh.
I've always been kind of skeptical, but I'm open.
Okay.
Do they actually work?
They can be incredibly powerful if you use them correctly.
Okay.
So think of affirmations as these positive statements.
They help rewire your subconscious mind.
Yeah. So it's like rewiring.
Yeah, and remember that part of your brain is always listening, even when you're not fully aware.
Wow. Okay, so by repeating affirmations, money flows to me effortlessly.
Right.
We're essentially planting those seeds
of belief.
You're creating new neural pathways,
Right.
replacing those old limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones.
Oh, I like that.
And when you pair them with your vision board, it can really amplify the effect.
It's all coming together now.
Yeah.
I have to admit that sometimes it feels kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Just to sit there and try to visualize.
I can see that.
Are there techniques to help us get into that state more easily?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The source talks about guided visualization meditation.
Oh, okay.
It's about tapping into this relaxed state where your mind is more receptive to these images and ideas.
Makes sense.
So you find a quiet place. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. And really let go of any tension.
So it's not just seeing yourself living that life, but like...
It's about feeling it.
Yeah, feeling the emotions.
Yeah.
The excitement.
The gratitude.
The sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like, you're already there.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You want to engage all of your senses. Immerse yourself in the experience.
Oh, man.
Imagine the sounds, the smells, even the textures associated with your vision.
I love that it's about making it feel real. Almost like stepping into that future self.
Yeah.
But how do we bring this all back down to earth?
Right.
And make sure we're not just living in a fantasy.
That's where action comes in.
Okay.
The source is very clear about this.
Okay.
Visualization is most powerful when it's paired with real-world steps towards your goals.
So you have to take action.
You can't just visualize and hope for the best.
Right.
You got to take those steps.
Gotcha.
It's like you can visualize hitting a home run all day long, but if you never step up to the plate and swing the bat,
right,
it's not going to happen.
Makes sense.
You got to take action.
So it's about taking those inspired actions that align with your vision.
Absolutely.
So what are some practical things we can do to make visualization more effective?
Okay, so one of the most important things is consistency.
Okay.
Don't just do it when you remember or when you're feeling motivated.
Right.
Make it a daily practice.
Gotcha.
Even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Find a time that works for you. Maybe first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Or right before bed.
Yeah.
And stick to it.
You stick to it.
Make it a habit.
Okay. I think a lot of people struggle with negative self-talk.
For sure.
How do we address those limiting beliefs that can creep in and sabotage us?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it's something the source addresses directly. We all have these negative money scripts that we've picked up throughout our lives.
Oh, for sure.
Things like, money is the root of all evil.
Yeah. Rich people are greedy.
Right. Or I'll never be wealthy.
Yeah.
Those are mental roadblocks.
They are, yeah.
Stopping us from even believing that financial abundance is possible.
Right. It's you don't even believe it's possible.
It's not even an option.
Yeah.
And the first step is simply becoming aware of them. Yeah. But once you've identified those beliefs, you can start to challenge them.
So it's about reframing those negative thoughts into more positive ones.
Exactly. Instead of saying I'm bad with money,
right,
try saying I'm learning to manage my finances effectively.
Love that.
It's about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance.
Oh, yeah.
From fear to possibility.
It's a total mindset shift.
It is.
I'm realizing this is like a journey.
It is.
It's not a destination.
Right.
You have to consistently work on your mindset. Take inspired action and trust the process.
Trust the process, exactly.
So much good stuff here. We've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive. So what's standing out to you so far?
What's fascinating to me is how these techniques aren't just about attracting wealth.
Oh, okay.
They're about aligning your entire being.
Ooh.
Your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions with a life of abundance.
The holistic approach.
Holistic, exactly.
I love that. And it makes me wonder, could focusing on gratitude for the money we already have be the most important step towards attracting more?
That's a really thought-provoking question.
Right.
Maybe true wealth starts with appreciating what we have rather than constantly focusing on what we lack.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to explore that further. But for now, we'll take a pause here. And when we come back in part 2, we'll delve deeper.
Can't wait.
Into that act as if technique. And explore even more strategies for removing those limiting beliefs.
Okay.
And supercharging your visualization practice.
Awesome.
So don't go anywhere. There's much more to uncover.
So much more.
On our journey to understanding and attracting wealth.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Before the break, we were exploring this fascinating world.
Yeah.
Visualizing wealth and how it can really transform your financial reality.
For sure.
It's wild to think that our brain.
I know, right?
Can be trained to recognize opportunities and make choices.
Yeah.
That align with our financial goals.
Absolutely.
So we talked about how visualization works on a neurological level.
Right.
Forming those neural pathways that make achieving our goals more likely.
It's amazing how it all connects.
I know it is.
You start to see these visualizations aren't just fleeting daydreams. They're a powerful tool for shaping our financial futures.
Yeah, we also touched upon some of those practical techniques, like creating a vision board.
Yes.
And using affirmations to reprogram our subconscious minds.
It's all about the subconscious.
But before the break, we kind of left off on a question.
Yeah.
About the act as if technique.
Okay.
I'm curious to delve deeper into that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What is it all about?
So the act as if technique is all about embodying that feeling of wealth.
Okay.
Even before it's like fully materialized in your life.
So even before you actually have it.
Right. It's about aligning your actions and your mindset with the abundance you desire.
Yeah.
As if it's already your reality.
So not pretending you have wealth that you don't.
Right. It's not about faking it.
Okay.
But making choices and taking actions that are like consistent with the financial abundance you want to attract.
So bridging the gap between your current reality and your desired future.
Exactly.
By behaving in a way that reflects your goals.
It's about like demonstrating to yourself and to the universe that you believe you are worthy of wealth.
Worthy of wealth. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that. Could you give us some examples of how someone might act as if in their daily life?
Absolutely. So imagine you aspire to have this like thriving business.
Okay.
Instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity. To just fall into your lap.
Right.
You start networking with potential clients and collaborators as if you already own a successful company.
So like taking those steps to make it happen.
Dress the part, speak with confidence,
okay,
and exude the energy of someone who is already living their dream.
So shifting your energy and behavior to align with that identity.
Exactly. And it's not just about those like external actions. It's about making those internal shifts as well.
So give me an example of an internal shift.
So if you're visualizing yourself living in this beautiful home, you start taking impeccable care of your current space.
Oh, I like that.
As if it were that dream home.
So treating it like it's already your dream home.
Right.
Even though it might not be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Treat your belongings with respect. Create a peaceful atmosphere.
Yeah.
And truly appreciate the space you inhabit.
It's like raising your standards.
Yeah.
And acting in alignment with that version of yourself.
Yeah. The source actually mentions making financial decisions as if you already have that wealth.
So give me an example of that.
Like if you dream of being this like savvy investor, you start researching investment strategies.
Okay.
Learning about financial literacy.
Yeah.
Even if you're starting with a small amount of capital.
So taking those steps to learn.
It's about making those choices that reflect your future goals.
It's so fascinating how this technique can apply to
I know.
So many aspects of our lives.
It really can.
From our daily routine to our long-term financial planning.
You're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
That you're ready to receive that abundance.
I love that it's like creating that self-fulfilling prophecy by aligning your actions with your desires.
Showing up as the version of yourself who already has what you want.
I love that. So we talked earlier about addressing those limiting beliefs, those negative thoughts and beliefs about money.
Right.
That can really sabotage our efforts.
It's so true.
To achieve financial abundance.
Yeah.
How does acting as if help with overcoming them?
So when you act as if, you're essentially challenging those limiting beliefs.
Okay.
Head on.
You're
replacing that doubt with action, fear with confidence, and scarcity with a sense of abundance.
Know about that.
So every time you act in alignment with your desired reality, you're weakening the hold of those old negative beliefs.
So proving those beliefs wrong through your actions.
Exactly. Wow. You're creating evidence that supports those new empowering beliefs.
So you're creating that feedback loop.
Right.
That reinforces your vision.
Exactly.
Makes it more tangible.
Yes.
Now let's talk about gratitude practices.
Okay.
I know we touched on this a little bit earlier, but I want to explore it a little more.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a really powerful tool.
It is.
For attracting wealth and abundance.
Gratitude is more than just a fleeting feeling.
Okay.
It's a state of being.
Ooh, a state of being.
When you cultivate a grateful heart.
Okay.
You shift your focus. From what you lack to what you already have.
I like that.
And this shift in perspective is crucial for attracting more abundance.
So it's like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Exactly.
If you focus on gratitude, you open yourself up to receiving more
blessings,
both big and small.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing and appreciating the abundance that already exists in your life.
Okay.
Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, you take a moment to acknowledge the things you're grateful for.
Right.
Whether it's your health, your loving relationships, your talents, Or even those challenges that have like shaped you into the person you are today.
Right.
The source actually suggests a simple practice.
Okay, what is it?
Each day, you write down at least 3 things that you're grateful for.
3 things.
Including those financial blessings.
Okay, so it could be something as basic as...
like having a roof over your head.
Okay.
Food on your table.
Yeah.
A steady income.
Right.
Or it could be something more specific, like receiving a gift, finding a great deal, or even experiencing a moment of financial flow.
So it can be like small or big.
It can be anything.
And it's not just about like listing things out.
Right.
It's about truly feeling that gratitude.
You have to feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
Take a moment to savor that feeling. Let it wash over you.
I've also heard that expressing gratitude to others can also like amplify this feeling.
Absolutely.
Of abundance.
When you express gratitude to others, not only are you strengthening those relationships, you're reinforcing the belief that you live in a supportive, abundant universe.
So it could be something as simple as like saying thank you more often, taking the time to write a note to someone who has made a difference.
Or it could involve like doing something for someone who has supported you financially.
Okay, so like...
maybe offering to help them with a task.
Okay.
Buying them a gift. Or just spending some quality time with them.
It's about acknowledging the role that others play
in our lives.
And expressing our appreciation.
And let's not forget about expressing gratitude for ourselves.
Oh, yeah?
That's a big one.
I think that's something so many of us struggle with.
Right. We're always so quick to criticize and focus on like our shortcomings, but rarely do we pause to acknowledge our accomplishments.
And appreciate how far we've come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So take a moment to acknowledge your strengths, your talents, your resilience.
Celebrate those wins.
Yes, celebrate those wins.
Big or small.
It's about recognizing your own worthiness and appreciating those unique gifts you bring.
I love that. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about some practical tips for making visualization more effective.
Okay.
We mentioned consistency earlier, but there's another important aspect the source highlights.
Oh, what's that?
And it's truly feeling those emotions.
Ooh.
As you visualize.
Yeah.
So not just seeing the pictures in your mind.
Right.
But like immersing yourself.
You have to feel it.
Feeling the joy, the excitement, the gratitude.
The sense of accomplishment.
Like you're already living it.
Exactly. Right. The more emotion you bring, the more powerful they become.
So it's like sending that clear message to the universe.
That you're ready.
That you're ready.
To receive.
I love that.
Your emotions are powerful magnets. So the more you can align your feelings with those desires, the more likely you are to attract those things.
So it's about tapping into those feelings of abundance.
Yes.
Even before it manifests.
We've talked about how important it is to combine visualization with action. But there's another piece to the puzzle.
Okay, what's that?
Dealing with setbacks.
Oh, yeah. Those are inevitable.
They are.
Everyone has setbacks.
It's important to remember setbacks are an inevitable part of the journey. For sure. They're not signs of failure.
Right.
But opportunities for growth.
Okay.
And learning.
So when you encounter a setback, instead of getting discouraged, view it as a chance to like reevaluate.
Adjust your course.
Strengthen your resolve.
Every successful person has faced challenges.
Of course.
And setbacks. It's how they respond.
That determines their success.
Exactly. So stay positive.
Stay focused.
Keep moving forward.
I love that. Speaking of successful people, I'd love to hear like a personal anecdote about a time when you used visualization to achieve a goal, whether it was financial or something else.
Well, there was a time when I was feeling kind of stuck in my career.
Oh, yeah. We've all been there.
And I had this vision of myself working in this like more creative role.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really sure how to make it happen.
So what did you do?
So I started by creating a vision board.
Okay.
That represented my ideal career.
Yeah.
I included images of people doing work that inspired me. Quotes about pursuing your passions.
Love that.
Even a picture of like my dream office space.
Oh, wow. Did you notice any shifts in your thinking or behavior after creating that?
I felt this renewed sense of purpose and motivation.
That's awesome.
I started paying more attention to those opportunities that aligned with my vision and networking.
Wow. So did you ultimately achieve your career goals?
I did.
That's awesome.
It wasn't like an overnight success.
Right.
But through consistent visualization and action.
Yeah. Manifested it.
That's so inspiring. It shows that visualization can really work when you combine it with faith persistence and a willingness to take action.
It's not just about career goals or financial abundance. Right. Visualization can be applied to any area of your life.
Where you want change.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about attracting wealth. But what does true wealth really mean to you?
Yeah.
Is it just about like a certain amount of money?
Right.
In the bank?
That's a great question.
Or is it about something more than that?
We'll explore it further when we return.
Okay.
In part 3.
Okay, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been on quite the journey.
I know, right?
Exploring the power of visualizing wealth.
Yeah, it's amazing how much we can influence like our own financial realities.
I know, it's so powerful. And you know what's been really cool about this whole deep dive is
it's like gone beyond just the how-to of visualization.
Right.
It's really made us explore like what wealth actually means.
Yeah, because it's different for everyone.
Exactly. And you left us with that like thought-provoking question before the break, like, what does true wealth mean to you?
That's the big question.
It's so easy to get caught up
I know.
in those like flashy images of mansions and sports cars.
Right, everyone wants those things.
Right. But I think it goes so much deeper than that.
It really does. True wealth is like this multifaceted concept.
Okay, so break it down for us.
It's about aligning your financial goals with your values and what truly matters to you.
Yeah, because it's different for everyone.
Right. For some people, it might be about financial freedom.
Yeah.
Like that ability to make choices.
Without worrying about money constantly.
Exactly. Or for others, it might be about that security.
Okay.
Knowing they can provide for their loved ones.
Yeah.
And create a stable foundation for the future.
That's like peace of mind.
Yeah. Or maybe it's about having those resources to pursue your passions.
Like what kind of passions?
Like traveling the world, starting a business, giving back to your community.
So many different things, yeah.
And let's not forget about those like non-material aspects.
Oh yeah, those are huge.
Right? Like strong relationships, good health, a sense of purpose, a deep sense of fulfillment.
Those things are priceless.
They are.
And contribute to a really like abundant life.
Absolutely.
I love that you brought that up because it's so easy to get caught up in the pursuit of money that we forget about those essential elements.
Right.
That make life fulfilling.
So true.
It's about finding that balance, isn't it?
It is, and that's where visualization can be so powerful.
Oh yeah, how so?
Once you have a clear vision of what true wealth looks and feels like.
For you,
you can incorporate those elements into your practice.
So instead of just picturing like a specific dollar amount.
Right.
Imagine the feelings and the experiences that true wealth will bring.
Like picture yourself feeling financially secure. Spending quality time with your family, pursuing those passions, waking up every morning feeling energized and excited.
Those are the things that matter.
Right. It's not about the stuff.
It's about the life.
It's about the life you want to create.
And as you're visualizing all of that, don't forget the power of gratitude.
Oh, that's so important.
Like a magnet for abundance.
It is.
As you're visualizing your ideal future, just take a moment to appreciate the abundance that already exists.
In your life.
Both material and non-material.
Right. Be grateful for your health, your relationships, your talents, your opportunities.
Even those challenges that have helped you grow.
Gratitude shifts your energy from a place of lack to a place of abundance.
It opens you up to receive.
It does.
Speaking of challenges, we talked about combining visualization with action and staying persistent.
Yeah.
But what about those moments of doubt?
Ooh, the doubts.
They can creep in and sabotage everything.
It's natural to have them.
So how do we deal with that?
The key is to acknowledge them.
Okay.
Without letting them take control.
So instead of trying to suppress them.
Right.
Maybe it's about observing them.
Yeah, without judgment.
And redirecting our focus back to the vision.
Exactly. It's like noticing a weed in your garden.
Okay.
You don't just ignore it.
You pull it out.
And replace it with something beautiful.
I love that analogy.
So when those doubts come up, remind yourself of your why.
Yeah, why are you doing this?
Why are you pursuing this vision of wealth?
Yeah.
Reconnect with those deeper motivations.
And let them fuel you.
And remember, visualization is a practice.
Yeah.
It's not a one-time thing.
It's a lifestyle.
It's about consistently showing up for yourself.
Nurturing your vision.
And taking action.
Even when you don't feel like it.
Sometimes you just gotta push through.
You do. As we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's important to emphasize that visualizing wealth isn't about chasing some dream or relying on magic.
Right.
It's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions
with that life of abundance.
It's about taking responsibility for your financial future.
Making those conscious choices.
Believing in your ability to create the life you desire.
You are powerful.
It's been amazing exploring this concept with you.
I've had a great time.
And for everyone listening, I encourage you to start visualizing your ideal financial future today.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Believe in the power of your mind. Take inspired action. And watch as abundance flows into your life.
Abundance is out there.
Embrace the journey. Savor the process. And remember, true wealth is about so much more than just money.
So much more.
It's about living a life that's aligned with your values, your passions, and your deepest desires.
Live your truth.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into visualizing wealth.
Until next time.
Keep diving deep and keep believing in the power of your dreams.